Hello my hair warriors, it's me, Aaron O'Brien, your friendly neighbourhood hairdresser. This video is sponsored by Lordhair.com. And what are we doing today? Yes, we are doing 5 hairstyles. I'm going to show you how to style your system with different lengths to look absolutely fabulous. Alright, let's go. Why do you follow me? Okay, so I have a fresh new hair system on. I know maybe this doesn't suit me at all, but some people do like to wear it long, or they can't get their hair system cut, or they're not going to cut for the next day, so they're looking for a hairstyle to get by. Or sometimes you just like to wear the man bun. I'm going to show you how to do this really simply. First, you need to start off. Get yourself one of these elastics. I like material elastics, nothing that's too tight on the hair because it can break the system. So you're also going to need a little bit of water. So you take the water, we're going to spray down our system. Okay, spray it right down. Okay, we were generous with the water. And then we're going to take a detangling brush. And we are just going to brush back. Now, do not brush back the system too high because you'll see your line. So we want to brush back like this, covering where your hairline and your system attach. And we're going to bring it right back. Now we are going to take our hair tie and you're going to bring it like this, and then we're going to open and then tie the hair. Now we want to create a bun, so this is very easy to do. You take your hair in a ponytail, then you're going to wrap your hand like this, pull the hair through, and then we're just going to spread it out. Keep it in a cute little bun. Okay, I'm all man bunned out. I'm gonna get my surfboard and head to the beach. Next up is the mid-length hairstyle with a center part. For this hairstyle, we want to make sure that we part the hair down the middle. A great way to do that is make sure you brush the hair right back, find your center, and just simply push the hair from side to side to get your middle part. Alright, so then you're going to take your round brush. I always recommend a small to medium size. Usually small is easier, you get more of a molding of the hair and it actually gives a bit more of a bend. Then we're going to take our first section, which is at the front, and we're going to take our blow dryer and we're going to wrap it around and blow dry back. This is going to add a little bit of body to the hair. And then roll and hold. Then we're going to do the same at the side, rolling back. And same on the other side. I'm like Farrah Fawcett. Okay, now the best thing to do is you want to take the hair back down the part. So you're going to roll the hair back the whole way down the center part. This is going to add body and volume and a little bit of texture to the hair. With the rest of the hair, I like to blow dry again back at the side, just rolling your brush. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Just rolling your brush back. Rolling, rolling. I can't sing. Now, if you're not good with a brush or a round brush, you can take your flat brush and wrap the hair. So what that is you're just chasing the brush with your hairdryer and bringing it around. This will not give as much body and volume, but if you're not good with a round brush, this is a great way to get the same effect. And the front, you can simply take it down the center part and just bring it back. At the back of your head, you can use your detangling brush and make sure you smooth down, bringing the hair back. And I like to say bringing it back to a V. So on your left side, you bring it into the center, and then when you switch over to the right side, you meet it in the center and wrap it around the back of your head. Then for added texture, you can take your hands and scrunch and dry. So afterwards, I like to brush just to bring everything together. Now this isn't for everybody, and trust me, I know this doesn't suit me because it's not for my face shape, but I think for some pretty person out there, I think this will work fantastic. You can add a little bit of hairspray afterwards if you like, or you can add a little bit of product, but personally I like to wear this hairstyle with no product. It's easier to maneuver. If you want to switch it over to the side, give it a little bit of body or whatever you want to do, you can still change it up, especially if you feel like the center part doesn't suit you. But this is a good way to play around with it. So the next hairstyle is a sleek, voluminous look with a nice part. So let's get started. So first up, we want to make sure we get the hair nicely brushed. Make sure that you use a detangling comb. You're going to brush the hair all the way down. And then just the hair at the back, you want to make sure that you get that down as well. This always gives me kind of vintage vibes. Now to find your part, I always say take the edge of the eyebrow, keep it at an angle, and then part from there. And then once you find your part, you're going to make sure that it's nice and clean. So you take the edge of your comb and bring it down the hair system gently. Be careful if you're wearing a lace system because you don't want to pull on the lace. Okay, and then you're going to comb it across. Now because combs can pull sometimes on a hair system, use a detangler brush or a flat brush with these bobbles on it. It makes it easier. Then you're going to bring the hair back at an angle and smooth it through. And then you're going to do the same on this side, bring it back like that. Now around the hairline, we want to give it a little bit of a lift. So you're going to take the hair up and just bring it over like that. Now some people will like their hair sleek like this, but I like to dry it to be able to add a little bit more body and volume. So I'm going to take my dryer and I'm going to use my comb at the front. So you're going to take your comb, you're going to place it in, and you're going to gently bring the hair back. And make sure when you're blow drying your hair, you follow the comb directly with the hairdryer. So you're chasing the comb with your hairdryer. You're going to bring it across and you're lifting up and over. Once you have your frontal hairline done, you can take your detangling brush and start to bring it across to speed up the process. Again, you're following the brush with your hairdryer. And make sure when you're blow drying the back of the hair, wrap the brush around the back, meeting in the middle. Then we're going to take it to the other side. We want to add a little bit more body there. So you're basically going to take the blow dryer again. When you are when you're brushing this side, you can raise the brush slightly up in this direction and follow with the hairdryer. Wrapping the brush and chasing the brush with the hairdryer. Once you have your hair set, you can use your fingers to manipulate the hair whichever way you want. So if you want a bit more body in the front, you place your fingers in, you scrunch a little bit, and then you put in your hairdryer. Just to add a bit more body at the front. Now with this look, I never blow dry my hair 100%. I leave it with a little bit of dampness in it. We want to make sure that the look is a little bit more sleek, and when we have a little bit of water in the hair and we're using product, it gives a wetter look and a smoother look. So I like to take a paste, and a paste for hair systems should never be too tough. It should have a bit of pliability to it, and it should be very malleable, but at the same time we don't want it to be too wet all the time either, and we are leaving a bit of water in our hair to be able to give that sleeker look. So make sure you place the product just nice and evenly on the hands, and then you're going to place it onto the hair, making sure that you bring it up and over, and you can go back in to find your part again with your comb if you need to afterwards. And here is the sleek look. This is the textured hair down look. Okay, so let's get started with this. We want to make sure that our hair is nice and wet. We're going to take our detangling brush again. This is the AOB bamboo brush. It has these wooden bristles, so it does not rip your hair system. It should be in everyone's home. So you want to make sure that you brush your hair down, because we are wearing it down, of course. And this is a great hairstyle to wear if around the edge of your system is lifting a little bit, or you feel it's getting a little bit gunky around the edge, or looks like it has a little bit of a line. This is a great way to hide it. So this is extremely easy to do. You're basically going to blast dry your hair down using your fingers. The motion you're going to use with your fingers, you're going to do like a wave. Oh, well, we'll say a snake or an S, all the way down your hair as you're drying it. You're going to repeat that on the sides as well. You can also add a little bit of a scrunch into your hair. You basically close your hand into a claw and blast dry the hair. That will give the hair a little bit more texture and a bit more body if you want it. Also, on a quick note, make sure to always blend your sides. Never blow dry up this way because it can make the system stick out and it doesn't have a seamless blend. So make sure you're always blow drying the hair into the sides of your own natural hair. Depending on the way you want to wear your hair, if you want to wear it over to one side, make sure that you are bringing that blow dryer in the direction that you want to wear the hair, scrunching in the direction that you want it to go down, whether it's this way or this way. So I leave the hair a slight bit wet for this hairstyle as well, because I like it to have its natural texture as the rest of it dries in the open air, but I also like to add product as well. So you're going to take a little bit of the paste. Now this is the paste I generally use for all my hairstyles. This is from Schwarzkopf. It's called The Paste in their session label range. Again, you're only going to take a little bit of this as well. Move it around your hands. And the difference with this is we're going to scrunch it in. So not just bringing it everywhere. We want to just scrunch it into the hair. And you'll see it helps form a little bit more texture. And you do that all around. And then you blend in the sides by waving your fingers through, so it gives that textured look. So remember just to move it in an S shape, and you do that on both sides. And we're scrunching in. And then with the front, you can just play around with it. Take little pieces of paste, rub them in your fingers, and just bring it around the hair system. Twisting, turning, whatever way you want to wear it. And there we go. That is the more textured look. I hope you like it. This is actually one of my favorites, especially when my hairline gets dirty. Next, we have the Swoopy Bangs TikTok hairstyle. So this is very easy to do. You're going to basically start off, your hair is wet. You're going to bring your hair forward and down. But we're going to actually section our hair for this. So you want to take a comb, and we want to start off with the bangs area. You just separate the bangs and brush the rest back. And we'll get to those later. And then we're going to use a round brush. A round brush is great. It has some metal on the inside, so it heats up and it shapes the hair. Then we're going to get a round brush and place it into our hair. And we're going to twist the hair around the brush, just like this, and then we're going to turn on our dryer. Then we're going to blow dry, continuously twisting around the brush, but being very gentle at the same time. And it gives us a swoopy shape. You can even roll and hold and just blast dry at the front. And I do this all around the front of the hairline. Once we have our bangs done, we're going to take the section behind it that we just brushed back, and we're going to roll it just like we did the bangs. Roll it and hold it and just blow dry it. For the rest of the hair, we're just going to blast dry and use our fingers. So once we have everything pretty much dry, we're just going to go back in with our round brush and we're just going to refinish the front. If you want, you can smooth out the rest of your hair a little bit just with a brush and comb it through to give a smoother finish. Then once we finish, we're going to use our fingers, and I like to use a little bit of texture spray. This is Light Hold. This is called a texturizer. This is also a Schwarzkopf product, and it's great to use. So I'm just going to spritz that around, and you only need very little of it. This is going to add a little bit of body, but get straight in there right away because hairspray dries fast, and start to manipulate the hair and style it. You can pull the front pieces down a little bit. This is also great for if around the hairline it starts to lift a little bit and you want to keep the hair down, or if the hairline again gets dirty. This is a great way to be able to hide that and get you maybe a few more days out of your system. And that's it. That's the TikTok Bang Swoopy Doop, whatever you like to call it, hairstyle. Thank Thank you so much for watching my video. If there's any other hairstyles you would like to see, put them in the comments below. Don't forget to check out lordhair.com. I hope to see you all very soon. Don't forget to click, like, all of that good stuff. See ya.